Hello, Aries. Welcome to your October 2021 reading. We're just going to do a bit of an energy check-in, see what's going on, get some advice. Welcome anyone that's new to the channel. Great to have you here. My name is Michelle. Aries in the month of October. Okay, so I think I'm going to do your reading a little bit different to how I've done the other ones this month. I think I'm just going to read the tarot card energy first, and then I'll pull the oracle cards at the end for some additional messages. So there's an interesting energy here for you guys. Basically you're trying to create something. You're trying to make something happen. And you know, in the very recent past, so this could be up to kind of now, your physical energy, you've been doing a lot of communicating, you've been putting a lot of action out there. You've had a lot of kind of dedication, motivation to what it is that you're trying to achieve. But possibly it's been like a little bit chaotic, like it's been almost like overkill in the sense of like you may be kind of forcing something to happen and it's just like not quite the right time, or you're like knocking on the wrong kind of doors and having conversations with the wrong kind of people. Like it's a little bit of a frenzied energy, but it's certainly a very committed energy, you know what I mean? And yeah, in terms of mentally, you haven't been wanting to go inwards. You've been kind of, yeah, your action and your energy has all been kind of outwards. You haven't really been wanting to kind of go inwards. And I almost feel like that's probably the missing piece. Like that's probably the piece that's going to actually make the difference for you here. You know, I do feel like emotionally you've been feeling a bit blocked, like in the sense that things haven't seemingly been moving forward in the way that you want them to. But spiritually, like there's a need to kind of balance your energy in the right direction before you move forward. So this is your overall energy. Your overall energy is the Fool in reverse. So this definitely shows that something new is definitely wanting to emerge for you. It's definitely wanting to come to the center. You know, it's wanting to come out. But you're not quite ready yet because you know it's in reverse. And there is a sense too of like, you may be taking action towards what it is you're trying to create, but at the moment you might be doing it in a slightly kind of foolish way because you just haven't realized kind of what the missing piece is yet. And I do think it's got something to do with kind of reflecting, taking some time, going within to kind of see what it is that you're not seeing. And I think as soon as you do that, like, there'll be a really clear path forward. And the reason I say that is because up here in the mental energy, we've got the Hanged Man. So this is, you're now taking the time to look at things from a different perspective, to chill out, to not kind of make things happen by force. And in doing so, like, there is enlightenment happening, there is new ideas, there's new information that's coming to life. And this is leading to you in your physical energy being the Empress. So the Empress is someone that can create, that can manifest, that is very fertile, that, if they bake a cake, it's going to rise perfectly, it's going to taste delicious. If they plant a plant, it's going to grow, like, it's going to yield fruit. Because they're harnessing all the different types of energy. They're harnessing physical action, they're harnessing, good, strong, like, mental clarity, good communication, good strategy. They're harnessing using their intellect, using their emotions as kind of like a guiding force. They're harnessing kind of working in tandem with spirit, with the universe, with just forces that are greater than you. And so because of that, everything's coming to fruition. And this is really good because your emotional energy then moves from the Eight of Wands in reverse, feeling just kind of blocked, like things aren't happening, like you're not getting your desires manifesting, to the Page of Cups. So this is where you can start to feel like little signs that you're on the right path. Little things are sparking joy and they're sparking inspiration now. And you're starting to have like little chance encounters with people that might give you little gifts and steer you in the right direction. You're starting to make some of the right kind of connections with people that are going to help you. You're starting to open up to your creativity, and you're starting to see little signs that things are moving forward for you. And spiritually, it's kind of like, oh, this is beautiful. So spiritually, you're letting go. You're letting go of something that was getting in the way before. And what is it? The Six of Wands. So it might have been that you had an idea that in order to be successful with what it is that you're trying to create, you had to do it in a particular way. And now you're letting go of that idea. It may be that you're letting go of kind of your pride, or, like, I really like the Six of Wands energy. The Six of Wands energy is an energy of success. It's an energy of praise, of awards, of accomplishment, of being publicly celebrated. But like, every energy has its shadow side, right? So the shadow side of the Six of Wands is there can be a need to, it's almost like, well, if I'm not getting the recognition, then I'm not going to go ahead with it, right? And sometimes recognition takes a while before it kicks in. Like, you might have to do a lot of the work behind the scenes for years even before all of a sudden one of your videos goes viral. All of a sudden you get a meeting with somebody that can stock your product in, this huge chain store that has thousands of branches worldwide, and all of a sudden you make the money. Or all of a sudden you, like, let's say this was a relationship that you were trying to manifest. Well, you might have to go on dates with like hundreds of people that aren't ever going to be the person for you. Like, there's just not that connection there. But if you can enjoy the process and not kind of feel like you need date 1 or date 10 to be the one that results in the relationship, and you can kind of be like a bit patient with it and let go of like your expectations around how it has to happen, then you can have the success that you want. So this could just be a bit of impatience, a bit of like, I want it now, a bit of like instant gratification kind of energy. And I think you're letting go of that. And as you let go of that, like, you're inviting in kind of like more ease and more spaciousness, which ironically is kind of the thing that I think is going to make it happen for you, right? So yeah, this is a really good energy. So I think if you need to like take it a little bit slower right now, do that. Like, you know, because you've been taking a lot of action, and there's a certain point at which, if you've been taking a lot of action and it hasn't been going anywhere, then maybe, you know, step back for a little bit, like surrender, see what the universe can bring in when you're not doing anything. Or conversely, keep putting yourself out there, keep having those conversations, keep planning and coming up with a business plan and doing whatever, but don't be so attached to it. You know, like, if taking action and not having it work out immediately is something that you know you can't handle, then you've really only got two choices. One is to kind of stop taking the action and to just, like, refocus your mind on something else. You know, like, if it's kind of like if you've ever watched, like, Abraham Hicks, right? On YouTube, like, just Google Abraham Hicks. They talk about how sometimes you can block the flow of something that you're trying to create in your life because you focus on it kind of obsessively. And in the obsession energy, there's an energy of, whether you're conscious of it or not, there's kind of an energy of, I want it, but I can't have it. Like, I want it, but I don't have it. And so you think what you're doing is going to bring it to you. But because the way you're going about taking your action is actually just reminding you that you don't have it, all you're doing is projecting kind of lack energy out there. And so lack energy is kind of what comes back to you in the form of, you still don't have that thing that you want. So the advice to that is, well, you know, like, that energy, that attitude is not really going to get you that far. So you can either kind of back off, you can either kind of refocus your energy on something else in your life that's working really well. So let's say you're trying to, like, create a business that's not going well, but you've got kids and you love spending time with your kids, and that area of your life is a huge source of delight and joy. Like, maybe take some time off working on the business and go hang out with your kids and be around, like, the light-hearted energy or whatever. Or the other way around it is to be like, okay, well, I'm going to keep working on my business, but I'm going to adjust my expectations around it. Like, I'm going to realize that what I have can happen. I can 100% have what I want. I get to have what I want, but, you know, it's going to come how it comes. It's going to come when it comes. And my only part of the process is to just show up and keep putting work out there and, like, forget the rest. It's like, Elizabeth Gilbert, the writer, she wrote Eat, Pray, Love, Big Magic, City of Girls. Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at my bookshelf. She's written lots and lots of books, but, she, in an interview, she said that she learned early on to kind of separate her love of writing and her desire to write from the money and from, so she said, you know, I didn't want to put pressure on my writing to have to bring in the money. So I kind of separated it in my mind. So over here, I show up, I write every day. And over here, you know, I waitress, I do whatever I need to do to bring money in so that I can keep writing. Because if I need to write in order to earn money, then I'm putting so much pressure on this that it dampens the creativity, and then this doesn't happen, or, you know, I would produce work that just wouldn't be any good. Like, it, she said, I had to divorce them and I had to not put that kind of pressure on my writing, because if I did that, then it, like, she just knew it kind of wouldn't work. And so it's kind of that energy. It's kind of like, yeah. Anyway, I feel like I've over-explained that enough. I'm sure you get what I mean. So, let's get some final advice, some final oracle card messages. So we got intuition. Okay, what I'm getting from this card is a really interesting message. So I'm getting I do feel like for some of you this might be a business. I don't know why. I'm getting that sense quite strongly. Anyway, so for some of you, I feel like what you're doing is you're following strategies that have worked for other people. Like, regardless of whether this is a business or not. Like, you could be watching this for dating or for health or, I don't know, whatever. But I feel like maybe you've been reading, maybe you've been doing research, and maybe you've been trying to implement the strategy that's worked for somebody else. Like, maybe you've read that the way to lose weight is to follow a keto diet or a vegan diet or a whatever. And so you're following step by step what has worked for other people. And I'm getting that the path for you may be different. Like, it may be, there could be some tweaks that are needed to personalize something for you. So maybe that means you don't need that way of eating at all, or maybe it's like, maybe you do, like maybe a keto diet or a vegan diet or whatever would work for you, but there's some kind of like unique kind of twist or personalization that's needed for you to have success with it. It's not going to be quite the same as somebody else. So this is why, like, I feel like the advice is to kind of go inward and to kind of spend some time reflecting, because I feel like there's some little tweak. Your strategy is going to be different to somebody else's, and it's through your intuition that you're going to figure out what that adjustment is, or, yeah. That's 2. I don't want 2. Moth spirit, surrender now. Yeah. Because you've definitely been taking action. I do feel like that. And I feel like you're just a bit disappointed because the results haven't been showing up. You haven't got the results that you've wanted to get. And so the surrendering is necessary, because it's in the surrendering and in the backing off, either the shifting your focus to some other area of your life that is working, just taking a little bit of time out. It's in that kind of place that I think your mind's going to be quiet enough to kind of receive whatever intuitive guidance you need as to how to kind of tweak your strategy moving forward so that you can be successful, because you're right on the precipice. Like, honestly, guys, you are right on the precipice. You've got the Fool in reverse, and the new future energy that's coming in for you is like the Hanged Man and the Empress. Like, you are right on the verge of having this massive kind of breakthrough or this piece of inspiration that's going to shift everything for you, but you've just got to create the conditions whereby you can access that, right? So we have Pegasus transcending. I'm gonna read that one from the book. And I think we'll close on this. Pegasus transcending. Grab hold of the mane. Pegasus is leaping into the sky with you on his back. You can feel the wind rush by as this winged horse climbs higher and higher, his muscles rippling beneath you. You are keenly aware of his majesty's strength and power as you are brought closer and closer to the heavens. History is replete with myths and legend of a winged horse, the protector of the soul. The Pegasus represents the immortality of your spirit and the journey to the heavens. The appearance of this card is a sign. Get ready for a dramatic activation of your spiritual journey. A powerful transformation is at hand. Great things are possible in your life. Prepare yourself to fly high above adversity. In Greek mythology, Pegasus activates and befriends the 9 muses who inspire creativity, liberal arts, music, science, poetry, and visual arts. Hence, Pegasus is a symbol of creativity. The message here is to focus on the incredible creativity, vitality, and spiritual awakening within you. You're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens, fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others when you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal. Challenging situations will resolve. A powerful transformation is at hand. So I didn't feel like reading the full message because I don't feel like all of that was relevant. But definitely, this could be for a lot of you that are trying to start like kind of creative, artistic-based kind of businesses. And I do feel like the overwhelming message is that there's a way to kind of overcome the blocks and the barriers and the burdens and the kind of stumbling blocks that you've been encountering. And the way to do that is by, opening up to your creativity, opening up to your intuition. Like there is a breakthrough that is trying to come through for you. So, overall, really good, really positive message. And yeah, I hope that really resonated with you. I hope that helped you on your journey. Please feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that you get all the notifications. And I love reading the comments. I really like it when people leave comments. So if you feel inspired to leave a comment, I'd love to read it. Okay, bye guys.